So let's see how I can narrate this. April 1st, 20XX. Ayakashi City, X Prefecture. A strange story has been making rounds among the kids in the neighborhood. Local kid. Hey, did you hear? You know that thing everyone's talking about? Yeah, I have. You mean the Hitodama who wandered the town at night, right? I've seen one too. Whoa, cool. I saw some too, just yesterday. They were like orbs of light floating in the air. You too? Now, I know I wasn't thinking. Did you get a picture of them? I tried to, but they disappeared before my camera app loaded up. My mom thinks I was making the whole thing up. I guess how much we lie about not having any homework to the grown-ups don't really trust us anymore. Well, I'm not giving up. I'll just get a picture to prove Hitodama are real. Hitodama. Hey there, landlord. Just because that story's coming from some kids doesn't mean you should just ignore it, you know? Oh. Oh, sorry. Did I surprise you? I just couldn't help myself. As for the landlord of this building, you have to be a real dope to ignore what those kids are talking about. What's so funny? That dopey face of yours, for one. You really haven't noticed, but I guess you have no idea what I'm talking about, huh? Here's the deal, oh foolish landlord. There are yokai living in the apartment building you manage. Don't believe me? Well, I'd be more concerned if you swallowed a story like that without question. Anyway, I've said what I came here to say. What do you do now is all up to you. It's all the same to me. If you keep ignoring my warning, though. The yokai that snuck into your building is going to go wild in a big way. That's bad news for you. If you don't act in time, your life will end in a way that is totally tragic and painfully cliche. The building is the least of your worries. You and your residents are all in danger too. There won't be any time to debate whether yokai exists or not when they're actually coming after you. If that happens, the last thing you'll probably see me saying is, "I told you so." What's this? You're looking a little pale, landlord. I thought you didn't believe in things like yokai and Hitodama. Would it be bad for the apartments? You bet. Don't put them on the same level as harmless ghosts and wandering spirits. They're out to actively harm humans, to take their lives. They're real yokai, and they are here in your building. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to get on board this quickly. I know I'm the one who brought it up and all, but you should really be more careful about who you trust. In my case, though, I'm telling you the honest truth. There are yokai in your apartments, and they are a danger to humans. No need to get so wound up. Even a dopey landlord like yourself can best these things if you know how. You are the landlord after all. We can take our time going over the finer details later. Okay, about the method of beating the yokai I mentioned. All you have to do is evict them from the premises. As the landlord of this building, you have that right. Of course, you are too dopey to even notice they were here, so you might find it hard to figure out who's yokai and who's human. Then what should I do? No need to get so wound up. It's like I said, you absolutely have a way out of this. If you can't figure it out on your own, why not collect info from your residents? It's not such a weird thing for you to call on the people living in your building, right? Of course, some of those residents are really going to be yokai in disguise, but if you're worried about that, just between us, yokai are incapable of telling lies. Every last one of them, no exceptions. Why are you scribbling in an old book all of a sudden? Are you taking notes? You really are a dope, aren't you? Is this too much for you to remember without writing it down? While you're at it, how about you write down what your residents tell you too? It could help you figure things out later. Anyway, let's get back on topic. Find the yokai who are unable to lie, hiding among your tenants. Should be a breeze, right? Find someone you think is a yokai, check their stories for lies, and keep digging until you're sure. If you can handle the stress of doing it over and over, that is. It won't be a problem if I find them right away. Yeah, now you're showing some spirit. Keep that up and you're bound to succeed eventually. There's no need to rush things. The yokai will pretend to be harmless at first. You have to figure it out by the new moon 4 weeks from now, though. A night with no moon is the darkest night of them all. Denizens of the darkness have their powers amplified on nights like that. That's when the yokai hiding in your building will go wild. I don't need to tell you how bad that would be for the humans living here, do I? Well, you'll never get anywhere standing here talking to me. I suggest you start getting to know your residents. Be sure to make note of anything that seems like it could be important. Information will be your greatest weapon going forward. Okay. So, this is your building, huh? Looks like you've got just 4 tenants right now. Which ones are human and which one is secretly a yokai? You'll have to ask around in greater intel to figure that out. To get started, try going to talk to the guy who lives in room 101. Yes? Oh, it's the landlord. Hello. Subaru Kogarashi? Did you need something from me today? I find this hard to believe, but... What? What? Yokai? Yokai are here? Eek? No way. That's not true. Is it? Please tell me you're kidding. Are you scared of yokai? No, it's fine. I'm not scared or anything. That's right. Yokai don't be ridiculous. They don't exist. That's impossible. Did you notice that? He's already said something that a yokai would never be able to say. Testimonies like that are going to be vital clues to proving who's really human. You better write it down so you don't forget. I pointed this one out to you, but next time, well, you'll have to decide what's worth making a note of on your own. Even if you miss the chance to make a note of something, there's no need to worry. You can just go talk to that resident again and review your testimony, for important points. Of course, right now, you've already found this conversation more important point. You can just chill and listen to what this guy has to say. You have to. You have some sense. You have quite some sense of humor. Well, if that's everything, please excuse me. So you may notice some important info. But if you keep writing any old thing down, you'll fill up their notebook in no time. You'll have to organize your information and get rid of anything you don't need to stop that from happening. Let's start with the information you just learned about Subaru Kogarashi. If there's anything about this information that you think sounds suspicious, you can make note of it next to it. Now you have figured out why a yokai could never have made this statement. That's right. If yokai denied that yokai exists, it would be a lie. And like I told you before, yokai cannot lie. You only get one piece of info at a time, but sometimes you won't see what's so important unless you have another statement to compare it to. Speaking of which, you might find your tenant directory directory useful too. Since we're here, why not take a look at the directory now? Looks like you don't have any info at all yet. You'd better go talk to your residents and see what you can find out. For now, try to figure out if any of the info you've gathered feels off in any way. Looks like you don't see how this could be used as evidence yet. Well, that's how it is with a lot of information. You just have to keep getting more info until the contradictions start to become more obvious. There's still some residents you haven't spoken to yet. 2. How about you go see what they have to say? If you want to get rid of the yokai, you'll have to speak to the other residents and gather evidence to guide you to the truth. Well, hey, it's nothing so complex, really. You just got to do the same thing with the other residents. Question them, make a note of stuff that seems odd, then save any useful information for later. Figure out who's definitely human, who could be a yokai, one resident at a time. Suspicious behavior is especially useful for residents who refuse to leave without seeing some convincing evidence. Be sure to check any statement and make sure no buttons shake. Well, I think I'll go take a nap outside one of your empty rooms. You're on your own now. Question your residents, gather information, and find contradictions. What a fucking freak, dude. What is this dude at 104? In a second, be right there. Oh, if it isn't my favorite landlord, what's up? Denaba Tsukine. Did I get behind in the rent or something? Oh man, how could I let this happen? I'm fresh out of cash too. I moved here for work, but I haven't been paid yet. You gotta believe me. Oh, really? So, I don't have any money to give you today. Phew, what a relief. But in that case, what did you come here to talk about? There are yokai living in this building. Yokai, huh? Hiding among us, you say? That sounds pretty cool, to be honest. Who would have thought I'd move into a haunted apartment block? Miracles do happen. The place is so clean and modern, too. You never guessed there were monsters living here. You need any help looking for them? I'm here for you. Come on, please. What do you say? If you're sure. Woohoo! I'll keep an eye out for anything strange. You know all about this kind of stuff, so I'll do my best to help. Well, see you around. Let me know if you find any clues. Breezy personality. He seems to find the idea of yokai in the building. Karama Shimizu. I'm trying to think of an accent. What? Do you know how early it is? Oh, landlord, huh? What a drag. Homura Hazuki. So, what's the problem? I'm real tired, so let's just get this over with. You might find this hard to believe, but... Huh? Yokai, here in this building? You hit your head or something? Why are you just trying to screw with me? You think you're telling me an old fairy tale? I know it sounds weird. Shut up! Only an idiot or a little kid will believe in stuff like that. Leave me alone, okay? If you're gonna mess around, do it on your own. Hey there, landlord. Looks like you haven't found any tenants who you can pin down as yokai yet, huh? Well, there's no easy way out of this. You just gotta keep at it. Is this really gonna work? This isn't necessarily the only way, but yokai not being able to lie is probably your best bet. Does that surprise you? In stories, yokai are all about deceiving unwary humans, right? It all comes down to kotadama, the power of words. In yokai, it's so strong that whatever they say becomes true. That's why they're so careful with what they say. They won't slip up and give themselves away so easily. You want to know what the most important part of being a landlord is? Think it's to trust your tenants? Have you to show them the trust if you want them to trust you. You have to show them trust before they trust you, is basically what he's saying, yeah. So basically, it's what my mom used to always say. You have to show you're friendly before anybody's friendly to you. Hey there, landlord. It's been a week now. Have you given up on finding the yokai? Alright, you have another job you have to do during the week. Taking care of this building on top of that must be real hard work. From what I saw last week, you don't even know the names of all your residents, do you? Let me guess, you consider your day job your main gig and only took over as landlord more recently. My father used to be a landlord here. I see, so when your dad passed away, the building became your responsibility instead. The first time being a landlord and you get saddled with a building infested with monsters. Talk about bad luck. It's not all hard, is it? Yokai can't rely, remember? If you pressure or threaten your residents a little, one of them is bound to slip up. What? You don't want to treat other people like that? Let me guess. You will only get serious when dealing with yokai. You're a really kind-hearted one, landlord. That attitude is probably what made the yokai think they could get away with sneaking in here. But if you're determined to do this the hard way, I won't stop you. Just don't forget about your time limit. Okay. Let's start with Kodama. Wait. Please, just hear me out. Great girl. Love talking to her.
What is it this time? Just how long are you gonna keep pestering me, eh? This better not be about yokai or any of that junk.
You seem tired.
Well, yeah, duh. You would be too if you were in my shoes. My buddies and I stayed up all last night. Of course, I'm tired now.
Great.
Yes, I'm coming. Oh, landlord, hello. I haven't seen you since last week.
You're shivering, are you okay?
I'm not shaking that much. I am. Oh, that's weird. It must be because it's so cold. It's not because I'm scared or anything. I'm always more comfortable indoors, so I should be fine once I go back in my room.
Have you noticed anyone strange around here lately?
What do you mean around the building? Not really. I usually just keep my curtains closed, so I haven't seen any strange people around here either. Except, well, maybe Homura from room 201. He's always heading off somewhere late at night. But that's really all. He's in the room above me, so I can hear when he's moving around. I don't know where he goes or anything. He's probably not a bad person either. I feel like I've seen him around here somewhere before. That's all I can tell you. I'm sorry, I couldn't be of more help.
Yo, landlord, 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 landlord. Over here, I'm just conducting my search for yokai. Ever since our little talk last week, I've been going out before work to watch for anyone who might be secretly one of them. I never thought I'd get close to a real yokai. I've got a great job too, and those rumors about the Hitodama seem like they're the real deal.
You're really into yokai, huh?
I've always had a thing for yokai. Cryptids, urban legends, basically if it's mysterious, I'm into it. Same goes for my job. Have you heard of the monthly Shiran? It's an occult magazine put out by Shiran Publishing. I've always been a big fan of it, and now I work there. Take a look at it sometime. You might see one of my articles. Oof. We've got off track, huh? Sorry about that. So, about those yokai hanging among us. I've been keeping a real sharp lookout from my window. I'm taking it seriously. I keep notes about everyone's behavior. If I had to pick someone to be wary of right now, I'd say it'd be Subaru from room 101. I mean, it's spring, a time of warmth and new life, and he's always shivering like he's cold or something. I gotta imagine he's some kind of cold-sensitive yokai that doesn't bring around people. Don't you think so?
Most people will run away if you keep staring at them like that.
Hey, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just trying to help with the yokai search. But if you say so, I'll dial it back a little bit. I'll stop staring at people directly in the face and peeking into their rooms, okay? Sorry for the trouble.
What an idiot.
How's it going, landlord? Are you any closer to figuring out who's really a yokai?
You know, if you fixate too much on trying to untrue statements, you're going to have a real hard time. It's true that yokai never lie, but humans tend not to either, unless they're really up to something. Instead of trying to catch people telling lies, you might be better off looking for statements that would count as lies if the speaker were a yokai. Tenant in room 101 claiming that yokai don't exist is a good example to start with. Or if someone claims that they're the only ones who know who the yokai is, that would exclude the yokai themselves, so it would count as a lie. I guess the fact that they never lie doesn't give you much to go on evidence-wise. You could always just use process of elimination and prove that everyone else is human and whoever you're left with must be yokai. Still though, if you confront one of the tenants like that, you're sure to demand show them proof that they're a yokai. But hey, evidence is just gonna fall on your lap. You have to keep gathering information for now. Even the statements that seem pretty meaningless now could end up being important pieces of evidence later. This is an interesting game. I hope you guys do check the game out, because it's pretty cool if you're into visual novels and into games like this. But I'll definitely be adding it to my wish list and getting some sleep.